A message popped up in the chat. Someone blurted out in shock, watching as the Pui, those odd smiling creatures, jumped around a block of stone. One user typed, "What's Kim J doing there?" while others just spammed question marks, their confusion obvious. The main character, Ju, frowned and cautiously trailed behind the Pui, his breath heavy. Suddenly, the creatures froze, their faces twisted into something more menacing. One of them opened its mouth, revealing sharp fangs. "That's an abomination," someone wrote. Without warning, the Pui launched forward, biting into the stone. Chips of rock flew everywhere. Ju's eyes widened in horror. "Pui," he muttered, sweat breaking out on his brow. His mind raced. Did he need to eat stones too? The chat exploded again. Someone pointed out that even Ju had frozen. Another user commented that it was understandable. These creatures were disgusting. Pressing his lips together, Ju silently wondered if he could force himself to eat rocks like they did. Someone in the chat asked bluntly if he was really about to try it. Another user couldn't believe it either. But determined, Ju approached the stone, broke off small fragments, and tossed them into his mouth. He had decided. He would climb the tower. He'd do whatever it took to survive. Swallowing hard, he vowed to destroy the tower one day. "Popo!" he shouted defiantly. Someone had praised him once, saying he was impressive. He smiled faintly at the memory. Nearby, a woman sitting in a chair took a sip from her cup, commenting how hard it was to find work lately. With her eyes closed, she added that Ju always kept his hands clean. He'd succeed at anything he tried. Embarrassed, Ju denied it, saying he was just the orphanage's favorite. The woman sighed. "It'd be nice if the other guys had your heart." Ju asked if something was wrong. Setting. Her cup aside, she admitted the truth. Their director wasn't doing well. The orphanage was privately funded, and without the director, it wouldn't last long. Ju bowed his head, sadness washing over him. He thought back to how the director had given him his name, hoping he'd live a good life. The woman had brought him to the orphanage as a child. Over time, he got a job at a store, worked as a salesman, and even got hired at a new company after an interview, thanking the man who gave him the chance. He had worked hard all his life. But so what? Even if he worked for years, it wouldn't be enough to save the orphanage. Lying on his back, he thought grimly about the shelter's limited time. Was there a way to get rich fast? Picking up his phone, he began watching videos about getting rich. As he scrolled, he realized something. No matter what people did, they always ended up talking about awakened ones. Curious, he clicked on a video about someone's first income as an awakened one. The host turned to two awakened who had conquered the tower. "What changed most in your life after coming back?" he asked. One of the men smiled. "Honestly, drinking. It might sound arrogant, but money doesn't lie." "Oh." Stared at the screen, thinking about how awakened raked in money like that man said. The interview went on, and someone asked about the Pui. Intrigued, Ju wondered the same. What were Pui exactly? His mind drifted to the past. Years ago, a tower appeared. It randomly selected people. He remembered a girl disappearing into a portal. The tower pulled people in, and only a few ever returned. No one knew what happened inside, because those who made it back refused to talk. He recalled one injured man hiding his face and declining interviews. The people who returned were called awakened. Their bodies contained mana, which advanced human technology, things like magic engineering, which shouldn't exist but did thanks to them. Companies swarmed awakened, offering massive salaries. They were living energy sources. Closing his eyes, Ju admitted it. He envied them. If only there was a portal nearby. Suddenly, his phone buzzed. His name flashed across the screen. Sitting upright, he blinked in confusion. What is this? More notifications flooded in. He'd entered the first floor, cleared it, earned rewards. Another said he reached the 6th floor, the 13th. His subscriber count hit a milestone. One notification even claimed he had 527 items in a library. Covered in sweat, Ju stared in shock. What are these files? Panicking, he assumed he'd been hacked and tried to delete everything, but accidentally hit the zoom button instead. His stomach dropped. Maybe it was malware. He reached to turn off the phone, but before he could, a voice echoed from the speaker. "Are you streaming?" Ju froze. The voice kept speaking, mentioning work. Notifications popped into the chat. "You don't need to go to work anymore. This is your job now." His face appeared in the video. Stunned, Ju whispered, "Is that me?" He watched as he fought monsters, first with a sword and shield, then with an axe. He didn't remember any of it. In the footage, he climbed a rock and stared out across the land. Suddenly, a Pui jumped up. Ju recognized it instantly. Was this the Pui from that interview? A system window appeared. Pui, consuming rock with strong teeth. Ju rubbed his chin. What kind of interface is this? There were more windows too, like the one that popped up when he opened a chest. Reward, easy difficulty, 110 coins, he realized now. The video showed him conquering the tower, in the future. No one ever spoke of the tower. No strategies existed. But now, Ju had all of it. And it's only mine, he thought. Later, he went to a gym to start training. As he registered, the receptionist pointed where to sign. Ju nodded. He wanted to be in better shape when the portal came. While exercising, another man praised his effort. Ju thanked him. At home, he kept watching the videos, jotting down notes. If I study all of them, clearing the tower will be easy. He balanced training, studying, and working at the store. He smiled as he handed a customer their product. "Would you like a bag?" He asked, already set on conquering the tower. Eventually, he quit his job to wait for the portal. He remembered turning down a promotion. His boss had looked surprised when he said he was quitting. Now, with no income, he felt pressure. "I need money." Grabbing his phone, he wondered if he'd misinterpreted everything. But shaking his head firmly, he shoved away the doubts. If he was wrong, the shelter would be doomed. The thought made him bite his lip. Later, raising his hands in frustration, he groaned. "I don't even know when the portal opens." He stretched out his shoulders to pass the time, but then a gust of wind swirled behind him. He turned. A portal had appeared, growing larger with each second. Ju's eyes widened, his mouth falling. "Open." Stepping closer, he whispered, "Is this really?" A voice beckoned him from inside. "Enter." Smiling faintly, Ju thought, even if it hadn't called, I wasn't going to run away. He approached. A system window popped up, asking him to choose a difficulty level, low, medium, or high. Rewards depended on the challenge. It's finally here, Ju thought, reaching out with a trembling hand. But instead of picking one, he clenched his fist. "Wait for me, Director," he promised silently. And then, eyes narrowed with determination, he chose hard. Ju slowly opened his eyes, his gaze settling on the rough stone walls of the cave surrounding him. A cold shiver ran through him as he quickly stood up, a frown creasing his face while uncertainty flickered in his voice. "Where am I?" The question echoed quietly, but as the initial panic faded, realization dawned. This was the cave, the one he'd seen so many times in the videos. Calmer now, Ju scanned his surroundings with measured curiosity. Without warning, a translucent system window blinked into existence before him. "The stream has started," it announced. His eyes narrowed. The streamer! It was him, Ju. No viewers, no subscribers, no coins. The message was clear. The trial was about to begin, and he needed to eliminate all enemies that would appear. A countdown began to tick in the corner of the window. Reaching instinctively into his pocket, Ju's fingers brushed against emptiness. His phone was gone. A flicker of disappointment crossed his face. He had wanted to re-watch the video, but he shrugged it off. He'd practically memorized every clip over the past 2 years. His hand rose to the back of his neck. It should start soon, he reminded himself. He recalled how, on the first floor, participants were always granted a short preparation period before the test began. During that window, they were expected to interact with spectators and collect coins. The spectators were other awakened ones, scattered across the tower. Ju pictured them, observers peering down, casually tossing coins toward participants they favored. Spectators would browse through a list of live streams, pick one, and sponsor it. If their chosen streamer advanced to the next floor, the spectators would earn coins as well. Though, truthfully, many probably just watched to pass the time. His thoughts were interrupted by a soft chime. A notification appeared. User, the love has joined the stream. Snapping to attention, Ju bowed politely. Welcome, he greeted with a formal nod. The love responded curiously, remarking she'd never seen him before and asking about his unusually polite introduction. Still, she noted to herself that Ju wasn't as timid as others she had observed. Another notification quickly followed. The love has sponsored you with 1 coin. Grinning, Ju thanked her warmly and asked if it was true he could now access the store. He tapped on the store section in the system window, eager to explore. The love expressed surprise at how quickly he'd figured it out, and admitted she liked his efficiency. Pleased, Ju thanked her again,